Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Long time no see.
Yeah. Can I take this one with you?
Yeah, of course. I suppose, right? You're here, so not, we're having it.
Oh, yeah, because I heard from others you don't like to teach adults.
Well, the thing is,
Mm,
before it started,
mm,
I said that I will not have classes with adults because I wanted time to get used to it.
mm,
But that was before August,
mm.
and then I had my class with you. It was great, and then I didn't have any adult classes, and well, you were the first one and the second one, so there's that.
And
But
it's okay
I'm not sure.
for me.
Yeah, I hope it is. I hope it is. I mean, I'm fine with it. The thing is, uh, August
Mm,
with adult classes was sort of like a probation period to see how we're going to do.
mm,
And we had a choice to say, are we going to have classes with adults or not?
mm, mm.
And that's when I said no because I've been. Oh, hello, hi.
Audrey, my daughter, 4 years old. Yeah,
Oh, okay, Audrey, hi.
because
Um,
her left foot was injured, so she didn't go to kindergarten and stay at home with me. Yeah,
oh, and is she okay now?
yeah. You can see she's
Okay.
always hopping.
Oh yeah, yeah, she is. So I suppose she's okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You say yeah.
yeah, I want to say about the probation period.
Mm,
I said no because I wanted time to get used to
mm,
it,
mm,
and
mm.
then I had my class with you. It was great, and
It is me to just how to say that to
is she playing with the curtains?
yeah yes.
Okay. Well, at least she's having fun. Um,
Yeah, maybe because this
okay.
is the first time she saw you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess I can show her. I guess maybe you remember him, but
Oh,
he got a bit bigger.
let me change to my voice to this. Sorry. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I changed the microphone and the sound to the sound speaker and yeah.
Yeah, and he's gotten a bit bigger.
Mm.
He's got.
Yes.
He's very sleepy. He likes to sleep,
Mm.
as you can see.
And you are in America and you start the first class at this time. It is really so early.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Although I guess I'm used to it. I have a different sleeping schedule, so I'm fine. And now he wants to play with my pen.
Yeah.
All right.
Audrey wants me to show you our cat.
Okay. Well, if you have the time, sure. I would like to see the cat.
Sorry. Yeah.
Do you like him? Yeah. Look at him. Look at how crazy he is. He's biting me. You see, he's biting.
This one is bigger.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's much bigger. He's much bigger. And how old is he?
Maybe 6, 7, 8 years old.
Uh-huh. Well, this guy is 6 months old.
Yeah.
So,
10 times older.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have a very cute cat, I have to say. Is he also sleepy?
Yes, 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 yes. 好了，
Yeah,
你去玩吧，
they're they're
老师上。
they're always sleepy.
Yes,
They like to sleep a lot.
yeah.
Okay. So
你去。
Jane, how are you today?
I'm fine. A little tired because Audrey is staying at home all day, all night.
I can understand.
And this morning we went to the hospital to let the doctor was check her wound
Mhm.
and wash it and how to say that? Wrap it with a new bandage. Because
You can use the word bandage as a verb to
oh,
bandage it.
bandage the wound. Yes,
Mhm.
bandage.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, good. All right. What did I want to tell you? Yeah, about my cat. I actually went on vacation a few weeks ago, and when I came back, I was sleeping early. I was sleeping in the morning, and he found a way out the window, and he fell from the building. Is that the
Audrey
the scan,
took
the
a
X-ray?
picture of her foot, left foot, and because
Uh-huh.
I said she was injured, and so she picked up this to show you.
Yeah, I can see that's the X-ray. And how did she get hurt?
Her father was riding a bicycle, and Audrey was sitting at the back seat, and Audrey put her left foot into the wheel.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
I remember when I was little, and I did the same thing with my grandma, and she would always tell me to keep my legs, very far apart, just because of that. And she would keep saying it. She would keep saying it and saying it. So yeah, they sometimes when they don't pay attention, it happens.
Yeah.
Well, I hope she'll be fine. And
Yeah,
this guy,
it did her, how to say that? Her bone didn't hurt, only the skins and the flesh, not deep to the bones. Yeah.
It wasn't deep. It wasn't deep. She just got a bit hurt.
Yeah.
All right. Okay then. Well, speaking of being hurt and things like that, well, that's today's unit. That's what we have to talk about.
Yeah.
There are a few words that we will discuss. Maybe you know them already, but we'll see. So the first thing is with the bionic arms. It doesn't have to be a bionic arm. It can also be a bionic leg. It doesn't matter. But do you know what we call people who lose their okay, so this is a word you might not know. Extremities.
No, I don't know. I only know disabled.
Extremities is we use this word when we talk about our arms and our legs, extremities.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Is there anyone knocking?
You mean outside?
Yeah, because I heard some metal sound. Yeah.
Yep. That's the construction workers. They are. I don't know. I have no idea what they're actually doing. I think they're fixing something about plumbing, something about gas, and.
My point is, if you have something to do, go ahead. Yeah.
No. I have nothing to do. It's just they tend to make a lot of noise. So that's.
It's okay. It's totally okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I even have my windows closed, and it's still loud.
It's okay. I don't care. Extremities.
Extremities.
Always
extremities.
How to say that? Plural. Not use it in not in the single. How to say that? Single form. Not, and this is this T's.
So this is the plural form. Yes. And the singular form is extremity. Extremity. What's that? That's a letter. Okay.
That is,
It has a heart on
that
it.
is all the bill. How to say that? Yeah, you know,
The phone bill, water, electricity.
from the hospital, and you know, to
Oh, from the hospital.
the bill and the doctor, how to say that, examination, those papers,
The results. We usually just say results.
results. Oh,
Results, yeah, results of the examination of the checkup. We just say results. For example, if you have I had some I had to go to the doctor's office a few times in the past month,
Mm.
And then I get the results later, you know, after a week or something.
and also the
Um,
bill. Because
And the bill too, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the bill.
Mm.
Okay. So extremity or extremities.
Mm.
We use these when we talk about arms or legs and stuff like that. And if for people who lose maybe one arm or maybe even both, unfortunately, we have a name for those people, and they're called amputees. Or in this case, one amputee.
Amputee. Okay.
Yeah. It's from the word amputate. Do you know what that means?
No.
Amputate
know.
is
There's a word in this text. Yeah, I know. Is
okay.
the next page? Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After the rest,
It's
amputated.
yeah,
Amputated.
Yeah, exactly, amputated. So amputated is the word that we use. It's a verb that we use for surgical removal of an arm or part of an arm or part of a leg. You know what surgical means,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Yeah, surgical from the word surgery. Yeah, so the doctors do it for you, and they of course do it with a good reason. You know, if you have if something bad happens to your arms or legs and you don't have a chance of maybe it's some disease or something and it's going to spread, they usually choose to amputate the leg or the arm, and that's why we call those that's the bill
Not the
or the results.
Yeah.
The results. Okay.
What is it? Yeah, it's all in Chinese. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
right.
I want to ask you, what is the difference between extremities and amputees? Those are
well, extremities. We use this word when we talk about basically body parts. Okay.
Body only.
Lower. Yeah, only body parts. Lower extremities would be the legs because they're lower, and upper extremities would be the arms. Okay. So if they lose one of their extremities, or they have to amputate them, we call them amputees.
The people is amputees.
Yes, the people are the amputees. And one more word that is connected with this: when you amputate a part of an arm, a part of a leg, no matter which is it.
That is. Maybe let me check. That is prosthetic.
Okay, prosthetic. Yes, true. Although that's not the word I'm talking about. There's another word. So if you take a look at the whole arm, right, and if I amputate one of the parts, let's say here, right, I'm left with this part, okay, and the part where the part of my arm was amputated, so this part, right, we have a special name for it. Okay, that's where your real extremity ends, okay, and the prosthetic starts. We call that part the stump.
Stump. Yeah, it's also in this text. Next page.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Although stump is not the only. So the thing is, when you look at words, they come from. How should I say this? The meanings of words can be changed, and they can be. Okay, so this is very complex, but I'll try to explain.
Yeah.
So semantics is the study of the meanings of words. And there are certain words that are
Study
poly.
the what?
Semantics.
Semantics is the what?
It's a study. It's
Oh.
when people study the meanings
I
of
know. Oh,
words.
I know.
Okay, and what I'm saying is that some words they can be polysemantic. Poly is the word that we use when we talk about, well, more than one. Okay, monosemantic and polysemantic. In this case, polysemantic.
Poly.
Yeah,
Poly.
yeah,
Polymer.
means more than one.
Polymer.
Yeah, poly.
Yeah, polymer. No,
Yeah,
because
well,
my major is material chemistry, you know, so I know.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, so poly means more than one,
Yes.
right? And in this case, these words have more than one meaning. Okay.
I know.
More than one meaning. And what do I mean by that? Well, people, when new things are made, people give them names. We say arbitrary. Okay, arbitrary means when you make something and people agree that, okay, we will call this like this, right? Arbitrary. It doesn't come from nature. It comes from an agreement. People agree, hey, we're going to call this thing a phone, all right? It's going to be a mobile phone because we can move. We are mobile, all right? We're going to call this thing a glass because it's made of glass, right? When new things are made, people usually give them names based on other things that they know. So what I'm saying is, if you have a stick, right? You have a stick out there on a what's that? So you have a tree, okay? You have a tree, and the tree has a stick, right? And then all of a sudden, someone makes a walking stick, right? And it's very simple, right? It's a stick, but it's used for walking, okay? So this happens to a lot of words, actually, and they get more meanings. Their semantics expand. And that happens because, well, there are lots of reasons, you know? There are lots of reasons. For example, sometimes the two things, they look alike, okay? In this case, this word that I told you about, the stump, is used for something else too. And I'll show you what, okay? And you will see you will see the resemblance. You will see the resemblance in why a stump is called a stump. So take a look at this. This is also a stump.
Oh, I know.
Right? It's not a log, it's a stump, right? And the physical resemblance, it looks sort of the same, you know? Like the tree was amputated, but we cannot really say that. But they look alike, okay? And that's what people do. When new things are made, you know, these stumps are much older than the stumps we know today, like with the amputees, you know, because amputation is it's not millions of years old, you know. So we use this thing because it looks sort of similar to a stump, right? And we use the same word for it, and that's how the semantics of one word they expand, you know, and they start to be used for more than one thing. And you can see that in a lot of words. For example, I have the guitar here. The guitar has strings, you know. The word string, you can use it for a lot of things, you know. I have string here in my clothes. I have string on my guitar. I have string. I don't know, like everywhere. You can see strings everywhere. Okay, so words have a way of expanding their own meaning. Okay. So, I mean, people do that, but they do it. Don't do it actively. We don't do it like, "Hey, I want to do this." No, it changes over time, and people don't even notice it. But it's something that happens very often.
It's interesting, yeah, to know the history of the words. You know, the different meaning, how the different meaning developed in time. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, other languages can affect what happens in another language. Of course, if they're close, you know. When we talk about English and other European languages, the language that affected them the most was Latin.
Yeah, I know.
You know, yeah. And there are lots of words that have a Latin, especially in science. Lots of words with Latin Latin names and Latin etymology. You know what etymology is?
Why is that? What
Ety-
is the reason?
Etymology.
What does that mean? Etymology.
Etymology is the study of where words come from.
Mm.
Yeah. For example, you know what an umbrella is, right?
Umbrella. Yeah, I know.
An umbrella.
Mm.
Yeah, for the rain. Yeah. Well, the word umbrella comes from Latin, from the word umbra, and we even have the word in English umbral. And umbra in Latin is the word they used for shadow.
Ooh.
So the umbrella is something that is used to make a shadow. You know, you are going to be in its shadow and protected. Okay. And it's interesting to look at it this way. And for example, in some languages in Europe, for example, I speak Russian and I speak Polish. There are words for the same things. They are different. For example, we use the umbrella to protect ourselves from the rain, right? Usually, but in Polish, for example, they use the word parasol. Sol is for the sun, słońce, and in their language they use the umbrella or parasol to protect themselves from the sun. Okay, so it's always different with people. You know, they have different views on something, and you can see that in language. It's going to be different
and
than
also
others.
it's related to their culture. You know, different culture, different meaning, different words, but maybe somehow they are similar. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they're always similar a little bit. That's why we're all a bit in a way connected.
I like to take classes with you like this.
Well, it's
Can I ask you, what is your major?
My major is Russian language and literature.
You know, I read a book about Russian novel. It's a Russian novel, and I really like it. I can't find it. Yeah, maybe next time I will show you the book. Yeah, it's a long story and it's interesting. It's about an ambassador. Yeah, in Russia. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. And it's not one of the classics. It's a newer book, right?
At least in Chinese. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's newly translated in Chinese. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ali, I guess I can show you. When I had my literature exams.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This one. The name is A Gentleman in Moscow.
Oh, A Gentleman in Moscow.
The author is, let me show you. Type it in the chat box. It's N-O-R.
I can see him. I found him.
L-E-S. Yeah. The author is
Amor
or Amor.
Although he's not Russian.
Towers.
Okay, it's from 2016.
It's not a Russian novel.
Yeah, he's an American.
But it's a story about Russia. Happened in Russia.
1889. Okay. All right. Understood. Oh, it's about the revolution too. Okay. Understood. Well, that's interesting. Do you want me to show you the books that I had to read for my? All right. So when I had literature exams, we had to read lots of books, and of course, those were all classics. For example, Anna Karenina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dostoevsky, The Brothers Karamazov.
What? I don't know this.
And of course, they're all in.
Wow.
They're all in Russian. Yep. But when I was studying Russian, I also had there was a teacher from Poland, so I also took Polish. I also took Polish, and I studied Polish a little bit, and I also studied German. So, so yeah. But Russian is the
time is up. The class is over.
yeah. It seems like it is. So I guess I'm going to have to go and get myself some water.
Great.
And I will see you
This is your first class today, yes?
Yep, first class of the day.
Yeah.
Yes. 11 more to go.
Wow, 11 more. It's a lot of classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not when you look at it like that's 6 hours of work. It's not, although it's a bit different since, speaking with people for 6 hours, it's not easy, but then again, it's not like I'm doing any physical work for 8 hours or 10 hours a day. So it's not that bad. All right. So Jane, I'll have to go, but we'll see each other some other time. Okay. And you go and enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure Audrey's fine.
See you.
Okay. All right. You too.